don't mind the camera angle here. I'm just gonna film it this way because it's the most convenient and I don't have to wrangle my phone as much on this phone holder. I did some scrying, otherwise known as divination, via gazing into a dark reflective surface, typically, or just a reflective surface through unfocused vision. You can kind of see objects and creatures and things of that nature. And I wanted to share my little, experiment I did with scrying with all of you, just to see if others have had similar experiences or to inspire others to maybe take up scrying. So what I did, I wrote down what I was going to do. It's going to be for divination practice mostly. I put some enhance oil and my own custom frankincense with some third eye enhancing, psychic vision enhancing herbs, infused oil. Kind of mixed those, and I anointed my third eye, my crown, and my throat so that I could perceive what is being communicated to me spiritually. I also put on some meditation music that centered around divination, clairvoyance, psychic senses, and I took off my glasses and I gazed into this mirror, and I wanted to share the things that I wrote down and perceived psychically. Also, excuse the background noise. I live below two hyperactive toddlers. My room is right below theirs. I can't really help who my upstairs neighbors are, so please disregard the background noise. So some things I noticed were this, and I also held some lapis and amethyst, one in each hand. I noticed some white light around my crown chakra. I also saw an animal face, which I deduced to be a ring-tailed lemur. I saw a ring-tailed lemur kind of gazing at me, and when I kind of followed the imagery of the lemur in my third eye, or my I guess second sight, as you could say, I can see it kind of looking around for something, but also looking at me, as if it's trying to find something. I also noticed indigo around my third eye, and I also kind of perceived imagery of forest, ivy, ruins, and some sort of cave or sacred structure. Not quite a cave, but it's more like a sacred structure made out of stones, that with a little rectangular opening. It's kind of rectangular in shape, and it had some pillars and some ivy growing around it. That's something I perceived in not quite in the mirror, but more in my mind's eye, my second sight, if you will. I also saw an illuminated floor or book. I saw visuals of a helmet, kind of like one that one may see on figures such as Athena, deities such as Athena. I kind of got that helmet, the type of helmet style she is typically depicted with. I saw a bit of that, and I could see a figure, yet it was also kind of amorphous. I could tell something or someone was there, but I couldn't say who for certain. And it felt definitely a divine feminine figure, but with masculine attributes or energies to her as well, which for me typically is one of three deities for me, typically, that being Athena, Astarte, or sometimes Hecate, but not always. I definitely sensed that this was not a god, but rather a goddess type figure. I also saw imagery of an eclipse, also a new moon, which gave me heavy Hecatean energy. Saw a tower-like structure, person cloaked in shadow. It kind of felt mysterious, and I decided to do some digging into the symbology and symbolism of ring-tailed lemurs, since that's the thing that really stood out to me. And the things I got based on both my intuition and just doing research various places was lighten up and take things less seriously, kind and funny, both masculine and feminine, balance of those two types of energies, masculine and feminine, be kind or face vengeance. That's something I've seen. So it's be respectful or fuck around and find out. So attributes I also saw about the ring-tailed lemur is good luck, kindness, respect, sniff it out, really use my senses and discern what I am perceiving extrasensory wise, use them effectively, make boundaries known and communicate them clearly. Also, an element of not taking everything so seriously and having some fun is something I saw, and not to be afraid to be my true authentic self. That having the courage to be my true authentic self is also something I got out of that, in order to kind of attract my soul family, my soul group, if you will. I also sensed that this is something high energy. Also to be smart with my time usage, which I do need to do. That is a message I got. Be smart with my time usage, which I do absolutely need to do. I spend a little too much time on social media sometimes. Also to stand in the spotlight and be true to myself. Other messages that I got through this was to heal my inner child, let them play occasionally. Also to question if I am following the right channels in my efforts to like, are the means that I am doing justifying the ends, that kind of thing. To make my line in the sand and defend my boundaries as needed. That this will help facilitate positive growth, to put myself out there, to really make my stances known. Also, other keywords that kind of stood out to me was charm, family, community, courage, gut instincts, luck, playfulness, psychic awareness, spiritual vision, that type, vacation, travel, navigation, and secret knowledge. Also, there's an element of spiritual protection, especially with the boundaries I'm seeing, and fearlessness is another thing that kept popping up, and also connection to the spiritual side of life is something I also perceived. So what I'm kind of getting out of having seen the lemur is that, you know, I need to make a brave decision and put myself out there and not be afraid to make myself known, but to also be respectful. Don't be a jerk to people, but also, you know, defend my boundaries. Be assertive in the ways I need to, but don't be unnecessarily rude to people. That is something I'm sensing. Have spiritual protection, find my soul family, if you will, and really heal my inner child. That's something I'm seeing. Healing, also growth, good luck, fortune. That's something I'm seeing as well, especially with the ring-tailed lemur imagery. Also, if there's more imagery or knowledge I should know about the ring-tailed lemur, please let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear your insight into this. Do you think I just saw a lemur? Who knows? Maybe I saw nothing, but I perceived a very, very clear lemur face in my gold sheen obsidian scrying mirror. That's what I saw. A pretty clearly defined lemur face. So let me know, have you ever scryed? Have you ever done scrying divination? What are the things that you have seen when you do scrying divination? Please let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear it. This is Hawk or Mary signing out. Stay magical.